That's it, the pullback is over. Bulls are back. Hey there, Tamir from Fibonacci-Traders.com, your daily market recap. Like, subscribe, and without any further ado, let's hit the charts. SPY with 1.2% to the upside, bouncing off this blue trend, and this blue trend line holds the higher lows since beginning of January. But look at this, the yellow zone once again proves itself as the most significant support and resistance for price action. According to the FTI, this is the most important area of support and resistance, the high of the day into the lower border of the yellow zone. Now let's see continuation inside, and we will meet 509 and 512. Overall, we got ourselves back the bullish sentiment on almost all time frames except the weekly, because on the weekly we are still short-term downtrend. QQQ with 1.5% to the upside. Is the pullback over? Are we in for the next leg? Bullish to the upside. QQQ 1.5% into the yellow zone. The yellow zone from support to resistance. Still below the bearish on the daily and on the weekly. One more day closing inside the yellow zone, going into the 431. We will see the bearish sentiment on the daily turning into bullish. Now the 421 area is the support. Dow Jones with 0.5% to the 0.7% to the upside, also struggles to close inside the yellow zone, but managed to do it. This is why, this is the difference between the Qs and the Dow. The Dow closed inside the yellow zone, above the lower border of the yellow zone, the 385 area. This is why we got ourselves the bullish on the daily. Now can we get long continuation on the Dow towards the 387? 381 on the Dow now is the support. IWM 1.7% to the upside. IWM bouncing off this blue trend line, but look at this, we are still below the yellow zone. We got ourselves the buy signal because we are 3 consecutive days of green on the IWM. This is why we got ourselves the daily bullish. Now let's see continuation. Inside the yellow zone, we will meet 201, 204 to the upside. Bitcoin, for the time I'm recording this video, another daily inside candle. Doji, not much of a price action in the last 2 days. We still have 21 hours till this daily candle will close. Look at this. The yellow zone, super strong support and resistance for price action. Long continuation of the Bitcoin, breaking above the upper border of the yellow zone, the 67,700 towards the 69,600, and then maybe back to the 72, breaking once again below the 64,600, and we will meet this blue trend line to the downside. Ethereum, Tesla 14% after hours after the earnings call. 13% takes us all the way to the upper border of this yellow zone, all the way to this blue trend line. Now it's all about the bulls of Tesla. Can they take advantage of this big backwind towards the 174 and the 184? Overall, Tesla is still below bearish land, inside bearish sentiment. One candle, and one candle does not change the overall sentiment. The overall sentiment on Tesla is still downtrend. Now it's all about the bulls. Stay tuned for more volatility in Tesla in the coming days. Apple closed the day with another inside candle. Look at this, 3 consecutive days of Apple indecision. Doji, inside candle below the 168 area. The 168 area was a very important area of support during March until middle of April. Now we're still below this yellow trend line that helps us identify the lower highs, and we're below this area, the 168, super important area of support and resistance. nothing bullish on Apple. AMD trying to gain some respect back, 2.5% to the upside. Another day, another doji. We are still inside Friday's candle. Look at this. 2 dojis inside the Friday's candles. So, no FOMO, ladies and gentlemen. Follow price. Use the FTI that tells you that we are still under bearish sentiment on all time frames, below the sell signal, below the red line, and far, far away from the yellow zone. Nvidia 3.65% to the upside, but we are still inside this massive Friday's candle. We are still bearish on the daily, bearish on the weekly, below the yellow zone. On Nvidia, we can start taking long position once Nvidia will break above the 840, and then we will start slowly building our long position on Nvidia. And when I say we, I mean inside the Fibonacci-Traders Discord premium room or swing trading room. Choose your room, choose your time frame, and join us, the only Discord that will help you first manage your emotions, make money, and you won't miss any A+ setups for swing or day trading. SMCI with 6.3% to the upside, but we are bearish on the daily, bearish on the weekly, below the 803 area. The 803, look left, was very important area of support. Now resistance, no longer an SMCI yet. Netflix 4.2% to the upside. We're too inside the yellow zone. The yellow zone resistance January until February became support. Now broke below after earnings last Thursday, trying to get back above. Now inside. Now let's see continuation inside the yellow zone above Tuesday's highs. We will see 590 and maybe this gap at the 605 getting filled slowly. Meta 3% to the upside, bearish on the daily. Why? Because we are below the sell signal, below the yellow zone. The FTI needs another day inside the yellow zone, and then bearish on the daily will become bullish. Amazon 1.3% to the upside. Amazon still have time for the earnings, trying to get back inside the yellow zone. Another day above the 181, we can say. We can start taking long position on Amazon. We also have this trend line that helps us identify these higher lows, and this trend line from support now becomes resistance. PLTR 3.2% to the upside, but overall PLTR is still bearish land on the daily and on the weekly inside this downtrend channel. So one candle, and it doesn't matter how big and strong this candle looks, it does not change the overall sentiment. And by sentiment I mean, of course, the longer term time frame, the longer term trend. And for now, PLTR since beginning of March, downtrend until proven otherwise. Microsoft trying to bounce back, but got rejected by the yellow zone. Long continuation on Microsoft, only inside the yellow zone above the 410, going into 413 and 417. Now the support is the 404. Look left, the 404 support was resistance, now becomes support. Ladies and gentlemen, it's all about Fibonacci. Once we understand the in-depth relationship between candlestick analysis, aka pure price action, and Fibonacci, we can and we will become a much better traders and, of course, technical analysts, because price follows nothing but price follows Fibonacci. MSTR MicroStrategy broke above this downtrend channel. Now we can clean the chart a little bit, but we are still bearish on the daily, bearish on the weekly. Why? Because on the weekly we are still inside this downtrend and we are below the daily yellow zone, and we close the day with a doji. Now the 1315 needs to hold the support, otherwise this doji will signal back to the downside, back to 1130. Google 1.3% to the upside. Thursday earnings, Google super bullish. Google looks very, very good. Bulls of Google are here and are here to stay. And as you can see, next resistance is the 160, and then this yellow zone and the rest of these future resistance to the upside. Lululemon, we've started taking long position Monday. Lululemon looking pretty good. Now let's see continuation above the 365 towards the 388, 405, and then 422. Overall, looks like SPY bulls trying to get back in business. Now let's see continuation inside the yellow zone. QQQ with 1.5% to the upside. Also, let's see continuation inside the yellow zone. Bitcoin moving sideways. Ethereum moving sideways. But overall, looks that the pullback for now has stopped and bulls are trying to gain their respect back. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, like, subscribe. Don't forget, 8:29 Eastern Time, we are going live together preparing for the next trading day. Until then, stay safe.